Love is in the air. At least I'm speaking it into existence. Guys, I'm going to do a get ready with me featuring a palette that can be used any day. This look can be worn any day. So it's nothing special except that this palette has been around for 10 years. So it came out in 2016 and it's still available for $45. Now that is an achievement within itself, because we know that in the makeup world, nothing lasts. I mean, things are gone faster than the New York minute. So the palette I'm talking about is from ABH, and it is the Modern Renaissance palette. Hello and welcome to Accessorize Your Life. I'm Julia. Thank you for tuning into this video. Guys, I am going to be using products from my latest Shop My Stash video. So I'm excited for that. I've already done the base of my face, but I had to switch out my foundation. So I did not use the Armani because it was clinging on to dry patches. Instead, I brought in Dior. Funny enough, this is a powder foundation and it worked perfectly. Also, before we get into swatching the palette that I'll be using today, I may or may not use something new to my collection. It is one of the latest YSL palettes, Make Me Blush palettes. This one is in number, glasses please. This one is in number 12 and it's Honeymoon. And this is what the case looks like. So we will see, because I also have this, and this is from Tarte, and it is in the shade Poise, and I might just want to use it. So hang tight, keep watching, don't go away, watch this video to completion to see which blush I use towards the end. Alrighty, oh, I need my glasses. We're going to swatch only the colors that I am going to use. This is a lovely palette. It has that beautiful kind of velour, velvet, maybe velvet casing to it, front and back. And the back, it has a description. It has a 6-month shelf life. We won't even talk about that, because my palette, I've had it for 10 years. I coveted it, this palette. I put it on my Christmas wish list, and my sister got it for me. So it's at the end of 2016 at least. It is cruelty free, and yeah, I've kept it, and I don't know, I just kept it because it was a gift. And yeah, some people really like this palette and some people not so much. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts on this palette? Is it something that you really like? The formula, the colors, whatever, the packaging. Let me know what you like and don't like about the palette. But this is the mirror. I never took the cover off. And here are the 14 shades. We have some beautiful berries and neutral tones here. And I am going to swatch only the colors that I'm going to be using today. A view of the palette. Okay, let's swatch the colors. I've already put them on my hand so that you can see them, get a good look at the colors I'll be using. Okay, let's start at the top. Right here we have Realga. This is a matte and it's an orange red. Next we have Love Letter, and Love Letter is a matte also, but it's a raspberry color. Not too much difference between the two. And the third shade is Antique Bronze. It is a metallic, and it's a shade that I really love. Whenever I come across a color like this, just spot on, loving it. And next we have Primavera. This is a shimmery metallic, but it is a little bit of gold dust there. And finally we have, this is a amber color, Cypress Amber, and it's like a dark coffee. It's a matte, but it is a cool tone matte in my opinion. So I'm ready to get started with this look. I have the palette right before me, and I have my Sephora brushes. These are perfect for hooded or small eyes. So let's get busy. Gotta start with the fluffier, the bigger brush, maybe. Yeah, because I'm going to put a color all over, and that's going to be the first color there. It is Realgar. Such a weird spelling. Anyway, they do anything just to be different, right? Just to have it appear to be different. So, okay, here we go. This is my transition color, so I'm going to lay it down right here. Hope you can see this. Let me bring you in some. Hopefully you can see better. Probably better than I can. Because I have hooded eyes, I have to make sure that my transition color comes up nice and high, where I am proposing to have a crease right in there. Going back in with that color again, right over here. So I've already done my face, and it is really active with acne right now. So I tried to get it done beforehand best I could, because you just never know how products are going to work with the skin when you have acne. So I'm just getting this all over with this fluffy brush that's small enough. Okay, now I'm going into the next size brush here, and I'm going to go into Love Letter. I'm going to try to do a halo eye. Might be a little interesting with my hooded eyes to accomplish that, but we're going to try. So what I'm going to do is tap this on inner corner and outer corner, as you can see there, and then just distribute it gently, little circles there. Going back over here to touch up, and I think it's very clear to see the two different shades. I'm surprised. Now what I want to do with a smaller brush like this, that tip, is go into Cypress Umber, which is that brown shade right there. Tap it off in there and add a little to the outer corner just to deepen it up some there. That's more than I expected to add, but I'm going to leave that brush alone because it's too much on it. And I'm going back in with the Love Letter color and work that in some. And I need a little more of Love Letter. Now please tell me whether or not you bought this palette recently or back in 2010 or between 2010 and now, and your feelings about this palette. Like I said, it's still available, and when you read the comments, most people are very pleased with it. I think the only complaint is that there's fallout. Other than that, people are happy with this palette. But I'd like to hear your opinion. What do you think of this palette? Okay, now just to spread this over some, just to fill it in a little. Go back in with Love Letter, because you may not get another chance to pull it together like that. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a little bit of NYX glitter glue, and I'm going to put that down before I put down the antique bronze. Okay, with my finger I'm going into antique bronze right there. You've seen it already, and I'm going to tap it down. Now this is like my neutral metallic shade. So you're not going to get, or I'm not going to get, a wow factor from it. It's just going to blend in so nicely with my eye color. It's going to blend in, not my eye color, but with my skin tone, I should say. But I do want to pop that. And this side is looking extremely, don't have my regular cloth here, so I'm going to use this paper towel, dark. I'm liking that. But now I'm going in, my palette is coming apart. Look at this. I've used it so much. That's what I deserve because it's so old. Now I'm going in with Primavera. We remember what that looked like, that gold dust shade. So I'm going to tap it lightly in the center right over that antique bronze color because it's going to wake it up a little. See that? It's just going to give it some attention right there. It's going to bring attention to the eyes right there. But it's not going to be too much attention to the eyes. It's going to be hitting the right way for me. And it's so smooth. The eye look is coming together. In my opinion, very smooth looking. Now I want to take one shade I have here, the Cypress Umber, looking for a small brush right here. Take the Cypress Umber on the lower lash line and the lash line on the upper here. And now I'm just going to do a little bit extra with a brush here. I'm going to go into one of these shades over here that I did not swatch, just to let you see that they work very well on chocolate skin. So I think burnt orange on one side there looks good, and the raw sienna looks good. They're about the same. So I'm going to take burnt orange and put it right here just to finish off that area under the highest point of my brow there. I like that. Now I'm going to go in with mascara. We'll come back and choose one of the blushes, but yeah, let me put on some mascara. We'll come back and do a lip and blush, and then we'll be done. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Okay guys, I was just thinking to myself, I started this video when it was daylight out there, and now it is dark and gotten much colder out there, I'm sure. This is my eye look. I went in with lash primer and my mascara. Hopefully they're coming through. And I did go into some of the browns here to work under my brow bone, which I think you saw, but I also went back in when I finished up my lashes into raw sienna. I thought I would just do this one here, which is burnt orange, but I wanted it a little lighter under there, so that's what I did. But I'm happy with the way this eye look came off and what it's giving me. Nice palette so far. You know, you have to really play with it when you're my skin tone to be comfortable with the colors, because red can definitely make you look ill, and there's a lot of reds and browns in this palette. I don't mind the browns, but there are some of the deepest one is on the cool side and the lighter one's on the warm side, so it kind of works against me. But guys, look what happened to my palette. It came apart while I was working with it. So, you know, it's got 10 years on it, so yeah, I'm not asking for anything more from it. A lot of people are revisiting their 2016 makeup and makeup techniques and doing videos on those. I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do what I said. A love is in the air, get ready with me for Valentine's. You know, a look that you can wear anytime. So I have these two blushes here. The Pose or Pose from Tarte, which I really want to use because it's my shade, but I think I'm going to wait until it is time to do a Shop My Stash, and we'll get into this so that I can tell you what I think of it. But here's a little preview of it. Looking pretty, isn't it? I knew right away when I saw this shade, Honeymoon, that I wanted it. So we'll play with it later. We'll talk about it later. But for today, we're going in with Tarte. And I like it because it's my natural. If I were to have a flush, it would be this color, I think. It just works well with me. It's almost like a clay. Yeah? That's what I'm thinking. A clay color. But I'm loving it so much. It's giving right in there. And here. Don't need too much. And as you can see, I went in with a little bit of highlighter, and I think I used the House Labs. I used this little brush, and it was perfect just to put a little bit in there. So now we're going to line the lips, and we're going to use this pencil right here, which is from Wet n Wild. It's a waterproof lip liner in a pretty kind of berry color. So yeah, that's what we're going to use. That's what it looks like. So here goes. And I think I'm just going to use one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Let me bring you up so you can see me do the lip. Anastasia Beverly Hills glosses that I have here. This is all about the berries, right? So let's do this one right here. Kind of shake it up. Oh yeah. Now this isn't a berry, but it has reflex in it, maybe, that are kind of berry tone. Yeah, that's enough. That's just what I needed. Something light and bright. Okay guys, I finished the look. This is okay. This is okay. Not something that I would go to on a regular basis, but perfect for this Modern Renaissance palette. Yeah, I dipped into it and I like what I got. I hope you do too. Don't forget to tell me down in the comments whether or not you own this or had owned it, you know, in the past, what you think of it from the cover to the colors. Did they fit you or no? Did they not fit you? But it's good to revisit things from the past, and this one is, you know, prove the test of time. So 10 years old, it's still being sold in the stores. You can get it if you want right on the ABH site, or I think Macy's has it and Nordstrom's has it. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Not my favorite. I love the cover because it's pink and because it has that kind of like that brush velvet feel, but then again it soils easily, so there's a downside to that. I like it because it has only 14, gotta take the mirror out, only 14 shades. It's not too hard to work with. You have your browns and your berries, but you have some kind of warm browns, and then you have your lighter browns, and you have a slight bit of shimmer, not too much shimmer, mixed with a little bit of metallic, so they're a crossover, so they're not too much of anything, and they look good on mature eyes, I think. And then you have your warm berries over here, and your burnt oranges and kind of browns. You're just your natural kind of grounded colors. So I think if you're interested in playing around with this, I don't think it's a bad buy for $45 and 14 shades that are mattes and part shimmer, part metallics. Anyway, that's it for me and this palette. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you will consider subscribing if you haven't already. Uh-oh, lost my earring. Like this video, and please share this video if you haven't. So like, subscribe, comment, and share. So long and I appreciate you being here. Bye-bye. Now, where did that earring go? Fell right into the trash. Okay, good thing there's not much in there but papers. Alright, I'm going to spray it with a little alcohol and put it right back in my ear. There we are. My hearts.